Who dares to chain a species that hasn't yet shown its teeth? John Miller stared at the purple blood on his knuckles. Not his blood. The guard had gotten too close. A mistake. The alien now lay on the floor of the cell, its breathing shallow. The cell walls hummed with energy. Cold metal beneath him. The air smelled wrong, too sweet, like rotting fruit. John had been on the Zyraxian flagship for 23 days. He counted each one with a small scratch on his forearm when the lights dimmed. Heavy footsteps approached. More guards coming. John quickly wiped the blood on his prison uniform and sat back against the wall. Play weak. Look broken. The door slid open with a hiss. "The cub has spirit," said the tallest Zyraxian, Commander Vex. His translator made his voice sound flat and metallic. "Bring him." 2 guards grabbed John's arms. Their skin felt like sandpaper against his. They dragged him through long corridors lit by blue lights. Other aliens stopped to watch. Some made clicking sounds, laughter John had learned. "Look at the human," one said. "So fragile. Their planet burns and still they fight," another replied. John kept his head down. Let them think he didn't understand. 3 years of war had taught humans many things about the Zyraxians, including their language. The guards brought him to a large room, a viewing chamber. The far wall was transparent, showing the blackness of space. And Earth. His home looked small from here. Parts of it glowed orange, burning cities. 5 high-ranking Zyraxians stood waiting. Their scaled skin shimmered under the lights. The guards forced John to his knees. "This is one of their soldiers," Vex said. "Not impressive." The highest-ranking officer, Supreme Commander Kraz, stepped forward. His eyes were yellow with black slits. He grabbed John's face, turning it side to side. "This is what has cost us 3 battle cruisers?" Kraz asked. "Their resistance ends soon. Their major cities are ash. Their fleets scattered." John kept his face blank. The Zyraxians didn't know about the underground bases, the hidden ships. The last of Earth's forces waiting. "Show him," Kraz ordered. The view changed. A Zyraxian warship fired on a human settlement. Buildings collapsed. People ran. John clenched his jaw until it hurt. "Your species is young," Kraz said. "You should have stayed in your corner of the galaxy. Now you will be extinct." John saw something in the corner of his eye. A control panel. The shield frequency was displayed. A critical piece of information. He memorized the numbers. Kraz struck him across the face. Pain exploded in John's cheek. He tasted blood. "Nothing to say, human?" John spat blood on the floor. "We're not done yet." This earned him another blow, and another. The aliens took turns. Through the pain, John focused. When Kraz grabbed him by the throat, John made his move. He bit down hard on his back molar. The tiny neural transmitter activated. Hidden in his tooth during his last mission briefing. It would send everything he saw and heard to Earth, if anyone was still listening. "Chain him in the holding cell," Kraz ordered. "Tomorrow we attack their final base." The guards dragged John back to his cell. They threw him inside and activated the energy barrier. John lay still until they left. Then he smiled through bloody lips. "The chain just broke," he whispered to the empty room. The signal reached Earth 8 hours later. Deep under the Rocky Mountains, in the last human military base, a computer beeped. Commander Kate Russo ran to the screen. Her eyes widened as data streamed in. Shield frequencies, ship layouts, attack plans, and a face she thought was dead. "John Miller is alive," she said. The command room burst into motion. Technicians typed frantically. Officers shouted orders. Kate stared at the grainy image of John's beaten face. "He got the intel," said Liam Chun, head of tech operations. His fingers flew across the keyboard. "Shield frequencies, weapon systems, everything we need." Kate looked around the room. Tired faces. Dirty uniforms. The last 200 soldiers of Earth's Defense Force. Outside, the remains of humanity hid in caves and bunkers. The Zyraxians are planning a final attack, Kate said. Tomorrow. We have 3 ships left, said Major Greg Daniels. His face was scarred from a previous battle. Not enough to fight their fleet. We don't fight them, Kate replied. We infiltrate them. She pointed to the screen, showing the Zyraxian flagship. John is there. The Supreme Commander is there. We cut off the head. Suicide mission, Greg said. Got a better idea? Kate asked. Silence answered her. I need volunteers, she said. Small team. We use the captured Zyraxian shuttle. I'll fly it, said Sam Reeves. The best pilot left in the human forces. He stood up from his chair in the corner. Those alien controls are tricky, but I've practiced. I'm coming too, Liam said. You'll need someone to hack their systems. 4 more soldiers stepped forward. Kate nodded at each one. They all knew the odds of returning. Gear up, she ordered. We leave in 30 minutes. The team prepared in silence. Kate checked her weapon, an enhanced pulse rifle. She loaded a photo of her daughter into her vest pocket. The girl had died in the first wave of attacks. Commander, Greg said quietly, if you fail, we have nothing left. If we do nothing, we're already dead, she replied. The captured Zyraxian shuttle waited in the hangar. Small and sleek, with purple-tinted metal. Sam ran his hand over the controls. She's ready, he said. I modified the engine signature. We'll look like one of theirs until we're close. The team boarded. 6 humans in a ship built for aliens. The seats were too high, the air too warm. Kate took a last look at the base as the hangar doors opened. This is Commander Russo, she said into her comm. Maintain radio silence until you hear from us or see their fleet retreat. If neither happens in 24 hours, evacuate to Site Omega. The shuttle lifted off. It flew through a hidden mountain passage and into the night sky. Stars shone above. Some of them were Zyraxian ships. Setting course for their flagship, Sam said. ETA 3 hours. Kate watched Earth grow smaller below them. Fires still burned across North America. Europe was dark. Asia glowed with Zyraxian mining operations. John gave us a chance, she said. The shuttle accelerated toward space, toward the massive Zyraxian fleet that had destroyed human civilization. 6 humans against an empire. Approaching their patrol zone, Sam warned. If our disguise works, they'll ignore us. The first alien ships appeared on their scanner. Massive warships shaped like arrowheads. The shuttle flew past them, its modified signature broadcasting Zyraxian codes. It's working, Liam whispered. Then alarms blared inside the shuttle. Red lights flashed. The scanner showed 3 enemy fighters moving toward them. They made us, Sam shouted, hands gripping the controls. Hang on. The shuttle shook as enemy fire hit its shields. Sam yanked the controls hard left. The team was thrown against their harnesses. We need to land now, Kate shouted. Aim for the flagship's cargo bay. Sam nodded, his face tight with concentration. The shuttle dove toward the massive Zyraxian flagship. More shots followed them, burning the air around the small craft. Shields at 30%, Liam called out. One more direct hit, and we're done. The flagship grew larger in the view screen. Its hull stretched for miles, covered in weapon ports and landing bays. Sam aimed for an open cargo entrance. This will be rough, he warned. The shuttle crashed through the energy barrier of the cargo bay. It skidded across the metal floor, throwing sparks. It hit a stack of supply crates and stopped. Everyone out, Kate ordered. The team grabbed their weapons and jumped from the smoking shuttle. Alien workers scattered, shouting alarms. Kate shot the first guard that appeared in the doorway. Liam, which way to the core reactor? Liam checked his tablet, showing John's transmitted map. 3 levels down, east section, Sam, take Ryan and Peters. Create a distraction in the west hangar. Sam nodded. Meet at the escape pods in 40 minutes? If we're not there, leave without us, Kate said. The team split up. Alarms wailed throughout the ship. Red lights flashed along the corridors. Kate led her group toward a service lift. Alien troops coming, warned Jones, the team scout. At least 12. Take cover, Kate ordered. They ducked behind cargo containers as Iraxian soldiers poured into the bay. Pulse weapons fired. The air filled with blue energy bolts. Jones was hit in the shoulder. He fell with a cry. Cover me, Kate said. She dragged Jones behind a metal column. His uniform was burned away, showing charred flesh beneath. Go, he gasped. Complete the mission. Kate pressed a pistol into his hand. Jones nodded, understanding. She rejoined the others as they fought their way to the service lift. In his cell, John heard the alarms. He felt the ship shake from the crash. A smile crossed his bruised face. They had received his message. The energy barrier of his cell flickered as the ship's power fluctuated. John watched it carefully. When it blinked again, he threw himself against it. Pain seared through his body, but he broke through. The corridor outside was empty. Guards had run to fight the intruders. John moved quickly, staying close to the wall. He knew where they kept his gear. 3 doors down, security storage. Inside, he found his uniform and equipment. The Zyraxians had studied it, but left it intact. John dressed quickly, feeling human again in his battlesuit. He grabbed a stolen Zyraxian weapon. A noise made him turn. A human stood in the doorway. Not Kate, not anyone he recognized. Sam Reeves, the man said. Earth Defense Force, we came to rescue you. I don't need rescuing, John replied. I need to get to the bridge, Sam grinned. My team's creating chaos in the hangars. What's your plan? Kill the Supreme Commander. Take control of their fleet. Bold. I like it. Sam checked his weapon. My teammates are probably dead. I'll come with you. They moved through the ship, avoiding patrols. The Zyraxians were confused, chasing multiple human teams. John led the way, remembering the path from his forced march to the viewing room. Kate Russo is leading the main team, Sam explained as they ran. They're heading for the reactor core. Smart, John said. But we need the bridge intact to stop the attack on Earth's last base. They reached the command level. 2 guards stood outside the bridge doors. John and Sam took them down with silent shots. Ready? John asked. Sam nodded. John pressed his hand to the door panel, using a dead guard's print. The doors slid open. The bridge was massive. Screens showed battles across the ship. In the center stood Supreme Commander Kraz, shouting orders. The alien turned as the doors opened. His yellow eyes widened in shock. John walked calmly to the command chair and sat down. He pointed the stolen weapon at Kraz. Remember me? He asked. A human prisoner, Kraz hissed. His scales darkened with rage. How did you escape? John kept the weapon steady. You should have killed me when you had the chance. Sam locked the bridge doors and moved to a control panel. Zyraxian officers backed away, hands raised. John spoke in their language, shocking them further. I understand everything you've said. Every plan. Every weakness. Kraz's eyes narrowed. You are still just one human. Am I? John nodded toward the screens, showing fighting throughout the ship. Humans adapt. We learn. While you paraded me around, I studied you. Sam worked quickly at the panel. I've locked out bridge controls from the rest of the ship. They can't override us. A loud boom shook the floor. The reactor. Kate's team had reached their target. Your ship is about to lose power, John told Kraz. Your fleet will lose its command center. Kraz laughed. A clicking sound that echoed across the bridge. It doesn't matter. Our attack on your final base is already underway. He pointed to a large screen. It showed 3 massive ships moving toward Earth, different from the others. Longer, deadlier. Planet killers, Kraz said. Launched an hour ago. They will crack your planet's crust. Nothing will survive. John felt cold fear in his stomach, not in the plan. Not something he had seen during his captivity. You're lying, Sam said. Watch, Kraz replied. The screen zoomed in on the ships. Their front sections opened like blooming flowers, revealing glowing cores. Earth has 40 minutes left, Kraz said. Your mission was brave but pointless. John stood up slowly. He walked to Kraz until they were face to face. Call them back. I cannot. Once launched, they follow their programming to completion. Override them. There is no override. Kraz's mouth formed what might have been a smile. Your species ends today. 3 levels below, Kate and her team reached the reactor core, a massive sphere of pulsing energy behind thick barriers. Liam worked on the control panel while Kate and her last soldier, Martinez, kept watch. How much longer? Kate asked. 5 minutes to set the overload, Liam replied. Then we have 10 minutes to reach the escape pods. Martinez fired down the corridor. We don't have 5 minutes. More troops coming. Kate joined him, shooting at the advancing Zyrexians. Energy bolts flew past her head. One grazed her arm, burning through her uniform. Almost there, Liam called. Just need to bypass the final safety protocol. An explosion knocked them all down. 3 Zyrexian soldiers entered through a side door. Martinez was hit multiple times. His body jerked and fell. Kate rolled behind a column. She fired back, taking down one alien. Liam was exposed at the control panel. A shot hit him in the leg. He screamed, but kept working. Done, he shouted. Reactor overload initiated. Kate grabbed him and pulled him behind cover. His leg left a trail of blood on the floor. 10 minutes until this whole ship explodes, he gasped. Kate checked her weapon. Almost empty. Too many enemies between them and the escape pods. Her COM unit crackled. John's voice came through. Kate, are you there? The reactor can wait. We have a bigger problem. What's happening? She asked. They've launched planet killers toward Earth. We need to stop them from the bridge. Kate looked at Liam. His face was pale from blood loss. Can you stop the reactor overload? He shook his head. Too late. Chain reaction started. John, Kate said into her com. You have 10 minutes before this ship explodes. And Earth has some kind of weapon heading for it. I know, John replied. I'm looking at it right now. Kate made a decision. Get to the weapons control room. It's on level 5. You might be able to redirect the planet killers from there. What about you? Kate looked at the advancing enemies, then at Liam's wounded leg. We'll hold them here. Make sure the reactor blows. Silence on the com. Then John's voice, tight with emotion. Understood, Kate. Thank you. She turned off her com and readied her weapon. The Zyrexians were getting closer. What now? Liam asked. Now we buy them time, Kate said. She looked at the tactical display, showing the planet killers heading toward Earth. You should have killed us when you had the chance. John and Sam ran through the corridors of the dying ship. 8 minutes until the reactor exploded. Warning lights flashed. Zyrexian crew members rushed past them, heading for escape pods. Level 5, John said, pointing to a sign in alien script. Weapons control should be through that door. They burst into a large room filled with control stations. 3 Zyrexian technicians looked up in surprise. Sam shot 2. John tackled the 3rd. How do we redirect the planet killers? John demanded in the alien language. The technician's scales paled. Impossible. John pressed his weapon against the alien's eye. Try again. The targeting system, the technician said, pointing to a central console. But you need command codes. John dragged the alien to the console. Enter them. I don't have clearance. Sam checked his watch. 7 minutes, John. John thought quickly. He pulled out a small device from his pocket. A neural recorder he'd stolen from the storage room. I recorded Kraz's voice patterns, he said. We can fake the command codes. Sam stood guard at the door while John worked with the recorder. He played back Kraz's voice, manipulating it to form new commands. The console accepted the fake authorization. I'm in, John said. Now to change the target. The screen showed the 3 planet killers, now halfway to Earth. John's fingers flew over the alien controls. He entered new coordinates. What are you targeting? Sam asked. The Zyraxian homeworld, John replied. Let them feel what Earth felt. The planet killers slowly changed course. Their glowing cores still active, still deadly, but now aimed at the heart of the Zyraxian Empire. The ship shook violently. 5 minutes left. We need to go, Sam urged. John wasn't finished. He accessed the communication system. One more thing. He broadcast to all Zyraxian ships in the fleet. His face appeared on their screens. His voice echoed across their command centers. This is John Miller of Earth. Your flagship is about to explode. Your planet killers are now heading for your homeworld. The cub you chained has grown into a lion. He switched off the broadcast. Now we can go. They ran for the nearest escape pod bay. The ship trembled around them. Support beams crashed down. Fires broke out as power systems failed. There, Sam pointed to an open pod. They jumped inside. Sam hit the launch button. Nothing happened. Launch system is damaged, he said, checking the controls. John looked out the small window. Escape pods were launching all around them. The Zyraxian fleet was in chaos, ships colliding as they tried to flee the doomed flagship. Manual override, John said. He pulled open a panel and yanked a red lever. The pod shot away from the ship. Behind them, the flagship's lights flickered. 3 minutes. Kate, John said into his comm, we're clear. Get out now. No answer. Kate, do you copy? Static. Then a weak voice. Can't make it. Legs too bad. It was Liam. Kate's holding them off. She told me to tell you. It was worth it. John closed his eyes briefly. Tell her we did it. The planet killers are heading for the Zyraxian homeworld. She like that, Liam said. Then the comm went dead. The escape pod tumbled through space. Through the window, they watched the massive flagship shudder. Then it exploded in a ball of blinding light. A shockwave hit their pod, sending it spinning. Stabilizers offline, Sam reported, but life support is working. We might make it. John looked at the tactical display. The Zyraxian fleet was retreating. The planet killers continued on their new course. Earth was safe. 6 months later, John stood before the United Earth Council. The rebuilt chamber was filled with human leaders and Zyraxian representatives. The war was over. The peace treaty is ready for signing, announced the council president. John watched as humans and Zyraxians approached the table. Former enemies now forced to work together. The Zyraxian Empire had sued for peace after their homeworld was threatened. Earth had demanded equal status in galactic affairs. John touched the scar on his neck, where the chain had once been. He thought of Kate, of all those who had died. Their sacrifice had saved humanity. A young Zyraxian approached him. The Supreme Commander's son, he introduced himself. I wanted to meet the human who changed everything. John looked into those alien eyes. Remember one thing, he said quietly. Never chain what you don't understand.